All right. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you guys are joining us from, it is a pleasure to have you here with us, and welcome to introductory class to our data analysis bootcamp. It is awesome to have you all here. I can see quite a number of you have joined already. As we wait for others to join in, we would like to let's quickly do a location check. If you can go ahead and put in the chat box wherever you are joining us from. Let us have an idea of where you're joining us from. That would be nice. That would be great. Let's just quickly do a location check, put in the chat box where you're joining us from, and quickly give a shout out to you. Gloria joining from Warrior, you're welcome. See you. Others can join in and just drop. Okay from here now. Cynthia from USA NC. Ibrahim from Winnipeg, Canada, you're welcome. Liz from Calgary, Canada, you're welcome. Sharon Pacha, Conroy, I hope I got that right. And joining from the United States, Illinois, you are welcome. Sulaimon from Lagos, Nigeria, you are highly welcome. Let's get right into it. So, as we all said, as I said earlier, this is the introductory class to our data analysis bootcamp. This is basically an introductory class. The main bootcamp actually starts on the 13th of August, and it would be great if you can join us then. A bit of introduction from my end. My name is John Roberta. I'm the content and communications developer here at BNET Learning. I am very excited to be your host for today. A bit about BNET Learning before we proceed. BNET Learning is a world-class learning platform that provides a consistent source of relevant knowledge needed to thrive in today's highly competitive human capital markets. Our classes are led by world-class experienced, certified, and expertly trained professionals. We offer trainings on various certifications, various certification courses such as CBAP, PMP, Scrum Master, Scrum Product Owner, and also courses, hands-on courses like data analysis, CBAP hands-on, project management hands-on, and the very recently WordPress website development program. So yeah, we are in the business of mentoring individuals, because we like to say we don't just teach higher learning, we coach and we also mentor. So you can visit our website at www.bnetlearning.com to check out some of the courses that we have for yourself. Yeah, so we are really excited to have you all here. Looking forward to having a great session with you guys. Joined by facilitators for today would be Olumide Oyalola and James Amosu. You can, if you have any questions or comments, you can use the chat room. Just put it in the chat room and be rest assured that you'll be attended to. Okay, let me quickly introduce my facilitators for today, and we can get on with the class. So Olumide Oyalola is a data-driven professional with a potent combination of education and compelling experience in driving business results through analytics. He is known for a keen ability to analyze and draw meaningful insights from data and translate them into actionable strategies. You are very much welcome, Olumide. Glad to have you here. James Amosun is our second facilitator for today. He's a business intelligence developer and a senior consultant helping mid to large organizations to globally design and deliver tailored data analytics solutions. So yes, we have very experienced facilitators with us today, and it is a pleasure to have you all here with us with them. And yeah, so like I said, this is an introductory class to our data analysis bootcamp, which comes up later on the month of August. And let me hand over to Olumide as he takes you or starts up this class with you. Olumide, are you there?
Mic test, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're joining from. My name is Olumide Oyalola, and I'll be taking us through of what we are to gain, to enjoy, to be a part of. If you probably finally enroll in our data analysis class, Power BI. So Power BI is going to be the two, and it won't be too driven. Rather, it's going to be more of sharing actionable insights, helping you to understand how you can make sense of your data, help you to understand what data analysis is from the pragmatic view, and a few other things. So I'm trying to share my screen now. Can you guys see my screen? Just a quick. Done. Is my screen up? I think it is, but just need to confirm. You are currently muted.
Confirm your screen is up. Sorry, I was muted.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's quickly have a quick dive into what data analysis is. And later on, my colleague on the call, James, is going to take us through a brief intro into Power BI by showing us some cool dashboards from simple to complex that we can churn out at the end of the course, which we believe all participants will be able to do. Now, it would be good to also start by defining or by trying to state what data analytics is. Now, there is data analysis and there is data analytics. Data analysis is where you do the dirty job. By the dirty job, you come from the business problem. There's a business problem. Of course, that's the start of the journey. There is a need in the business, in the ecosystem. And from there, you identify your data source. Then you do your data ingestion. So data ingestion simply means, okay, we have this CSV file, we have this Excel file, we have this database that manages our data, we have this data warehouse. You ingest the data into the system you want to do the analysis. In this case, let's say Power BI. So you do the data ingestion, and when you ingest data, most likely the data is not going to be in the form and shape for you to do the analysis. Then you do what we call data preparation by cleaning, arranging. The data might not be in the right form, you reshape it. Then once you're done with that, then you then do analysis. So analysis is where you're coming up with some visualization, some charts here and there, some metrics here and there, and thereafter you do a communication. Now, communication is the thin line between data analysis and data analytics. It is actually when you communicate your results, when you communicate the actionable insights from your endeavor, that is where you finally carried out the data analytics project. But if all you've done is just, oh, okay, I have these data sets, I've done a bit of data cleaning, and there are some charts here and there, and you have it. Yes, that is fantastic. That is all about data analysis. But once you move on from there and you start turning out some basic insights that the business can build on for strategic initiative, then in that instance, we can say you've in a way carried out a data analytics project. So with that, I believe from the practical point of view, we can speak to data analysis and we can say we kind of understand what data analytics is as well. Now, there are different areas in which we try to implement or we use data analytics. Now, it cuts across all verticals. By verticals, I mean it cuts across all industries. Now, to use analytics to ensure you manage your employee. Coming from HR perspective, there is supply chain analytics, right? Talking about inventory management and the likes, right? There is fraud and anomaly detection, which is used majorly in the financial sector and also in the operational sector, where let's say you have some machines and you want to be able to tell when this machine is due for maintenance, more like doing a predictive maintenance before the machine actually breaks down. You can actually carry out some basic maintenance, right? So there are several of them. I've worked on different projects that actually has to do with analysis here and there. So collect data here and there. There is always a need. There's always a need. So it has the capacity to grow one and to make one better, right? In terms of the cost, so I'm still sharing my screen just to be sure we are all seeing it. In terms of the cost, so this is going to be an introductory project-based cost. Now, introductory simply implies that little or no assumption will be made. So we are not coming to assume you have a particular IT skills. No, we are not going to assume that, oh, okay, you must have achieved this particular level in your career. No, so it's going to be extremely from the base, and we move everybody up to the ladder, right? So it's going to be project-based, simply mean that there are going to be things that we'll do from time to time. So there are going to be hands-on, it's going to be an hands-on experience, and it's designed for professionals, young professionals, and even those that are actually veterans in the industry, but needs to understand analytics. And as I said earlier, we are going to be basically using Power BI. So Power BI is going to be the primary tool. However, there are still going to be some other tools that might be introduced, but the focal point is going to be Power BI. So for instance, we might tend to use Excel. Excel also is a tool, right? So you might have your data in Excel, you might have your data in a SQL cell, a SQL Server DB, or you might have it in my SQL DB. So, but the primary tool for this whole bootcamp is going to be Power BI, right? So let's quickly have a brief run through of what the course outline looks like, right? So at least that will cause some level of curiosity to want to see, okay, what are they going even to talk about? What are you going to like to give us in terms of content? So you get to know data analysis. Now, getting to know data analysis is irrespective of the tool. So it's going to be a pragmatic view. Now, there is this particular certification that I love so much. It is called Certified Business Data Analysis, right? It is CBDA by IIBA. And the real thing why I like it is because it is not technical focus. It is purely business focus, right? And it takes into consideration a pragmatic view into data analysis journey. So it's not all about technicalities. It is all about it's more of what you need to do before you can start a data journey, before you can say you want at one point or the other. So those are the basic things that we're going to emphasize on in the first, that the number one, getting to know data analysis. Then we do an introduction to Power BI desktop. yes, we know there are different versions. There is actually the Power BI desktop that you can actually get with your Office license, right? Which you can actually use freely. And of course, it comes with some basic limitations, but even the freemium is such that your understanding of the freemium is going to help a whole lot. Is going to help a whole lot. So we talk about connecting and shaping data. Now, this is where we are getting deep into the technicality, right? So connecting simply means you have your data source in Excel. Now you want to bring it into Power BI. And when you bring it into Power BI, the data is not in the particular shape, it's not in the right shape. So you need to reshape it. You need to tidy it, right? So we talk about connecting and shaping data, then creating data models. James is going to be doing more work in this particular aspect. He's going to be extremely hands-on, adding calculated fields with DAX, visualizing data with reports, and that visualizing data with reports, that is where we'll be doing some core dashboard building, and which you can actually use as a quick win to even demonstrate your competency even before anybody, before the senior management in the organization, and even for your team reports. If you actually do anything like team report, maybe a weekly team report, monthly team reports, as the case may be. Okay. So this actually talks about basically what you have around the Power BI desktop, which I'll probably want to change over with him at this point for James to carry on with the presentation. And if there are any questions, I'll be sure that we will still remain on the call. We just want to have a good time so that we can create more time for a bit of few questions and answer here and there. And from there, we can then move on. So over to you, James, for the continuation. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Olumide. I really appreciate the powerful introduction. So you really covered all the basis of data analysis, why data analysis. I would love to say, let me start with this bootcamp we are about to start August 13. The beauty of bootcamp is a set of people, a team of people coming together, having deep interest in your career, and they are ready to help you to launch your career, whether analytics or whatever it may be in the IT field. So when we talk about bootcamp, it's something that you get timely, timely assistance and direction. So, and one of the things I've noticed over the years that make people to give up on their career is when they are stuck with a particular problem or challenge and they could not get any timely assistance from any seniors around. So, but this boot camp, we are going to be with you all the way, and even by the end of the boot camp, you can start freelancing your skills. We have different freelancing platform like Fiverr, Upwork. There's even one I got to know recently, Top Talent. Top Tal stands for top talent. They hire 1% of their applicants. So it's really cool when after learning you can freelance your skills and also make a lot of money. And there will always be demand for data analysis everywhere, because business always depends on data. So now I'm going to share my screen and continue from where Mr. Olumide stopped, so we can have a look on the projects we are going to work on in this bootcamp. I'm coming. I don't know if you can see my screen now.
Yeah, we can see.
Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see, James.
Okay, good. That's good. So this is the course outline. This is the course outline here. The first step, this is what we'll be following by the time the bootcamp starts on August 13th. Getting to know data analysis. Then from there, we introduce the Power BI desktop. You get to know the Power BI interface, the workflow, and why Power BI? Why are we using Power BI instead of Excel? Also from there, we go to connecting and shaping data, how you can transform your data. Then we create a data model, adding calculated feeds with DAX. This is exactly what makes data analytics robust and flexible, because with this DAX you can customize, you can create KPIs, different measures and fields that you want to use, and probably from any industry you can create measures, KPIs that you wish to track in the future. Then from there, we now visualize our data. All the KPIs you've created that is relevant to your business, we visualize it with reports, charts, and customizing format, editing interaction, applying filters and bookmarks, which you are going to see later in this um, webinar. Then finally, we are going to build our project, because this bootcamp is it is built along with a project. It's project based. So this is how you can show recruiters. This is how you can show um, um, recruiters, managing directors, that this is the value you can bring to their company. So you are going to apply all the skills we are going to teach you from step 1 up to step 6 to build a project. Then let's take a look on the projects that we're going to do in this bootcamp. Let's take a look on the projects. Yes, this is the project. This is the situation. You have just been hired by Adventures Work Cycles, a global manufacturing company, to design and deliver an end-to-end business intelligence solution from scratch. Then your clients need a way to track KPIs. Now, this is what I mean by KPIs, key performance indicators. So it can be sales, it can be revenue, it can be profits, it can be returns. If you are working in a retail industry, a retail business, returns, total orders, those are the likely KPIs you are going to create. Then we compare regional performance, analyze product level trends, and forecast and identify high value customers. The objective of this project is to use Power BI desktop to connect and transform the raw data given to you, build a relational data model, then create new calculated columns and DAX measures. DAX stands for data analysis expression. Then from there, we design an interactive report to analyze and visualize the data. So the second step, which is connecting to a data source. So by the time we use our Power BI to connect to a sample data set, this is how it looks like on your Power BI machine. You can see something related here. Let me open it here. Let me open it for you to see. So this is how it looks like. I've connected my Power BI to this data set. You can see the various data sets. You can see all the tables we have um, in our model. You can see, you click on each table and you'll be able to view the data set. So that's what we are going to teach you, how to connect your Power BI to your data set. So then from there, we create a data model. So data model are just bunch of tables connected from primary keys to foreign keys. We are going to dive deeper into this by the time we start our bootcamp. So in this sample data model, you can see that this model contains the lookup tables and the sales and the fact tables. The fact tables are the sales data and the returns data. They are always located downward because we believe that relationship flows downstream. That is the key. That's the keyword, downstream. That's the keyword there. So your fact tables are downward, while your lookup tables are sitting on top of the fact tables. We can see the lookup tables we have here. We have the customer lookup, which gives us information about the customer. We have the calendar lookup, and we have the product lookup. And the reason why we create these tables is to make it easy for us to analyze our data, to avoid redundancy in our data and duplicates. Now, this is customer lookup containing information about the customer alone. There's no information about the dates and order is being made here. No, that is inside the calendar lookup. You can see we have the date, the day name, start of week. We also have the product lookup, which contains information about the product alone. So if there's any information or any data you want to add to this, we are going to create a separate table for it, a lookup table that will sit on top of the fact table. The fact table are the sales data, are the returns data, and we call them fact tables because they contains foreign keys that is being joined to the primary. I will still explain the concept of foreign and primary keys later. So we can't just dive deeper into all of that. There are lots that are contained when it comes to data modeling. And this is one of the key and important parts of this data analysis workflow. Because if you don't understand this part very well, you won't be able to create a visualization, or let me say a dashboard. Without this, you won't be able to create your dashboard. So it's very, very important. And from there, we now move to common DAX functions categories. So we have a lot of DAX functions, and these are the categories. We have mathematics and statistics functions, where you deal with sum, average, max, min. These are very intuitive and anyone can easily grab this. We have divide, count, count A, count rows. We have a lot of functions. Under the logical category, we have if error, and or not switch. So we have all the functions. You can go through it and see, but for the purpose of this bootcamp, the most important section, we are going to cover almost all of these functions. Not all, but almost. And the one we are going to talk more about is the calculate function, filter, all function, related functions. So basically the filter function category, we are going to lay more emphasis on that because it is very important. Almost all DX functions that you are going to write will be from filter functions, except you want to perform some. Also, we also have the date category. We are going to make use of this very well. The time intelligence functions, date year to date, date quarter to date, date month to date. You can see it here, the date add, date in period. We are going to make use of all these functions to create KPIs. The essence of using all these DX is to create our KPIs. I told you what KPIs are, something like sales, revenue, profit, returns, and so on and so forth. So from there, so this is a sample dashboard. Okay, this is the next part, which is visualizing data with reports. So this is that part on your Power BI desktop. This is the report section. You can see it from here. I don't know if you can see my screen. So you can see it from here. This is the report section of the Power BI. This is the data view. You can see it. And this is the model view. So we are going to visualize our data with reports. I'm going to explain reason why I'm going to explain which visuals to use, because when it comes to visualizing data, the difficult challenge most analysts do have is which visual to represent which data. It's extremely important. So once you get a grasp of that, you can able to create any dashboard and visualization at any point in time. At any point in time. So I'm going to show you a couple of sample dashboard we are going to use. I'm going to show you a couple of dashboard we are going to use that I've built. I'm coming. Give me a minute. So hello, can you see my screen? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yes, that's good. So I want to show you a sample of dashboard I've built. The project I've worked on in the past, I've worked on a lot of projects actually, but these are just sample. And by the end of this boot camp, you'll be able to also recreate this on your own. So it's more for the purpose of this boot camp, this is the project we'll be working on. This particular project you are seeing, this is the dashboard. And let me show you from my Power BI here. You can see is a three report level dashboard. Yes, coming. You can see we have the executive summary. This tab is talking about the executive summary of the data. You can see the total orders by category, total orders by subcategory. We can see the monthly revenue. These are the KPIs I was referring to. So we use DX, data analysis expression, to create all these KPIs: monthly revenue, monthly orders, monthly returns. You can see them, total top products. So this is just the summary of the whole data set you are seeing. And this particular tab, we have the product detail. So instead of clicking on this product detail, I can use some features like drill to. I can click on any product probably if I'm interested in. Okay, let's say I scroll down and I'm seeing this gold 650 red 60 product. So why is this product um having, okay, this particular product, you can see the return rate is 14.81%. I might be interested in this product. I want to know, why is this product having a high return rate? Why are people returning this product? Then I can right click and drill through. You can see product detail. So it will drill through to the second tab without clicking on this product detail tab. You can see it's telling me, it's giving me details about road 650 red 52 products. So from here I can look at the weekly profits. I can look, this tab contains details about the product. So you can see the weekly profit here from the start of the week. You can see the trend. You can see the forecast. I even made a forecast here and predict what the income is likely to be. This data actually stopped at July 2016, but you can see from here, I have other months here. This is August 2016. So this is forecast. So I also have current monthly orders. This is blank because I'm currently talking about this product. It's like featuring your data. It's like fitting your data to this particular product. So that is why this one is displaying blank. That means there is no orders for this month, probably because there is increase in returns. So we also have the customer detail. You can also drill, instead of drilling to a particular product from your executive summary, you can also drill to the customer detail. If you want to know any details about your customers, you can also do it too from there. Um, you can also make use of this. If I hit Control and click, it will take me to the product detail. So this contains, the last tab is the customer details, which contain information about the customers. From here you can know the total orders by age, which is shown by this um, total orders by age. This is the combo chart, orders and revenue, total orders by month. You can see it, January 2016, July 2016. So there's a lot you can achieve if you know what you are aiming at. So, and also I would like to say that you don't just pick any visual to visualize your data, to represent your data. You don't just do that. It depends on the business problem. So that's why communication is very important when it comes to data analytics. You discuss with your stakeholders, what are the business problems? What challenges are you encountering? So you discuss with them. From there, you create your KPIs. There's something called measurement planning. So your measurement planning will be solely based on the business problems. So your measurement planning, you create all the KPIs. How do you want to track and optimize these KPIs in the future? You think of all of that right before you start. So, and these KPIs, this measurement planning as a whole is like a section of data analysis. This measurement planning is what we determine how you are going to represent your data. I don't know if you are getting it. For example, if you want to show distributions across categories, you use bar chart. You use bar chart. That's what it's done here. Bar chart. If you are dealing with a time series data, you use a line chart. So you don't just use any chart to represent your data. So what you are trying to visualize will determine the type of visual you are going to use. So that is that on the. I also work on other dashboard. You can see it from here. We have this. This one was done in Excel, and you can also interact with it. I can fire it up from Excel here. This is monthly figure. Okay, this is labor statistics. This data is all about labor statistics. This is labor statistics data from the US, and you can actually interact with this data from here. You can know the average annual wage of each industry, and also this gives information about the employment figures, and you can also choose from here. Excel 2016, yes, I think does not support this chart. That's why you can't see it from here. So, but if you are on Excel 19 or Office 365, Excel 365, you'll be able to view this chart. So you can scroll down and see all these informations. So this is part of what you'll be able to do by the end of this bootcamp. You can see this is completely flexible. You can see the data preparation tab. This is the data preparation section where I use different formulas. You can see the formulas here from the formula menu. You can see this is the population which I generated online. I generated this population by states online. So, and these are the formulas. You can see it. This is the data preparation section. So for all your data analysis projects, data preparation is very important. It's an important, in fact, it is the most important part of the data analysis workflow. So, and also these are other sample of projects that I've worked on. This one is MAG bookings. This is to know, this one is all about airplay bookings. This is to let the company know those people that are liable to cancel their bookings, so that they can give it to people that are ready to make a reservation. You can see it from here. Well, I also have it from my Excel here, which I can fire up here. You can see it. So You can interact with all this data. Okay, well, this one is a static dashboard. We have dynamic and static dashboard. This one is a static dashboard. And you can see my recommendation here. By overbooking, same month reservation during the summer, we can replace the booking made in advance, which are likely to be cancelled. So with bookings that have lesser risk of cancellation. So the goal of the dashboard is to pinpoint bookings that have lesser risk of cancellation, then replace it with then replace it with bookings that are likely to be cancelled. I hope you got that. So that's simple. And the last one, which is regional revenue dashboard. I think this one is more similar to the project we'll be working on. So you can see how did Chicago perform in August 2021. This is for Chicago manager, regional manager. So and if okay, let me go to I want to interact with the dashboard. Yes. So if I'm Los Angeles manager, this is what I'll be saying. The Chicago manager cannot see what is there. It's only the Los Angeles manager that can see this dashboard. So you can just choose the region in which you are managing from here. New York manager, you can see everything completely dynamic and flexible. This is revenue trend in 2021. You can see it from here. All this, you can also create all this if you have the knowledge. And that's the reason why we are creating this bootcamp. And let me just move to the last point for this meeting. You can see from here. So I learned from Marvin Analytics. Marvin Analytics is also a learning platform, just like BNET Learning, where they train people to launch, they help people launch career in data analytics. And if you look at they give quality trainings, but if you look at the cost of their training, it is $5,999, which is approximately $6,000. With the current rate of $1 to naira for those that live in Nigeria, that's over 3.5 million naira. So which means that bootcamp generally is expensive. And Marvin Analytics currently they boast their prices are affordable compared to other analytics bootcamp, which is quite true because when it comes to bootcamp, data analysis bootcamp specifically is always expensive. It's always expensive. And if you look at it, no job guarantee, but they will help you with job assistance. So the essence of showing you this is to let you know that the price is something quite affordable if you are ready to put in the sacrifice down. So this is the time for you to launch your career in data analytics. That's why the price is quite affordable, 35,000 naira, and the class is going to start August 13. So that's the reason why Marvin Analytics is also good, but if you can afford their price, that is not everyone can afford that price. So, but this is 35,000 naira, almost at the same quality with Marvin Analytics, because I learned from them. I want to give you everything I've been taught. To whom much is given, much is expected. So this is everything. I expect to see you August 13, so we can kickstart the bootcamp together. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. I can tell you that, because this is just like the summary of everything you'll be learning, and we'll be with you from the beginning to the end. From the beginning to the end. So this, you are going to gain every penny you are putting into this. So if you have any question concerning the bootcamp, concerning the course outline,
Right.
you can see the course outline. You can just raise up your hand and probably make use of the chat box. So I will just address it once. Thank you very much.
Great. Um, so if you have any questions,
If you have any
this
question,
is the time to drop it in the
this is
chat
the time to
box,
let us know.
and the facilitators will attend to you right on this call. Cynthia says, how many weeks is the bootcamp? James, can you answer that?
The boot camp will take 4 weekends. That's 4 weeks, approximately. 4 weeks.
Okay. Cynthia, the boot camp is 4 weekends, in case you didn't hear that. Approximately. Okay.
Aside from the course fee, what other tools will I require? You need a good laptop to follow along because this is going to be completely hands-on. As you are doing it, you are doing it on your system. So data analytics is something that you learn by practicalizing what you learn and you do. Okay, it's not just about the theory. You learn and you do. So as I'm doing it here, you are also doing it there. Any challenge you are facing over there, you let me know immediately. Then we'll help you with it. Understand? So what you need is a very good laptop, a stable internet access, and what again? I think
Of
that's all.
course.
And you should be mentally ready because you'll be
Cynthia
learning
asked
a lot.
what is the cost of this boot camp.
The cost of the boot camp is 35,000 naira.
Yeah, Cynthia, the cost of the boot camp is
It's
35,000.
35,000 naira. And also in addition, all our meeting days, all sessions will be recorded. All sessions will be recorded for you to go over it. All sessions will be recorded.
And
35,000 naira, not in USD. So for any
you'll
payment
be interested.
arrangements, you can check our website.
You'll be interested in applying for the bootcamp. I'll just quickly drop the Google form in the chat box, and you can either fill that up with your information, and our course advisor will get through to you, or you can reach us at www.bnetlearning.com. You have if you need any more information about the course. So I just want to please say a little bit. Thank you, James, for that wonderful presentation, for that wonderful. I'm sure there is more to come in the upcoming class that we are to expect, and I'm confident that this will be a very interesting class. Just a quick facts here about data analysis. It's a very, very lucrative career path. Investopia stated that skill data analysis are some of the most sought after professionals in the world. Like they command huge salaries and excellent perks, even at entry level. So it is not just about being an experienced or data analyst. Even as an entry level data analyst, there are there are countless opportunities for it. In fact, in the United States alone, there's like the national average salary for data analysts there per year is about $69,517. So yeah, it's data analysis is very interesting and lucrative career path. And the tool that we are going to be using to take this course is actually a very, very powerful tool. Power BI, it not only makes the analytic process easier, but also helps you, complete your task effortlessly. Power BI it saves time and resources. It offers collaboration. The analytics process is easier. By using it, you can analyze hundreds of millions of rules and data sources from one source. It also offers customization and visualization options. It allows for large and simple sharing. So yeah, if you use Power BI, you can easily incorporate live reports on any web page. So yeah, so it is a very, very interesting tool, and I feel like we I believe that we would gain a lot. So if you are looking towards becoming an upcoming techie or a tech bro, a techsis, that's like the buzzword really these days. You should really attend this training, and I promise you that you will not regret it. So any more questions in the chat box?
Someone said,
I just
what
listed
time?
some.
Okay, I can see some questions here.
Okay.
What time during weekend will classes be held? Um, Mr. Olumide, can you help us with that, please? What time during weekend will classes be held? Mr. Olumide, are you there?
Solemn the idea.
He's not there. Mr. Olumide,
Okay.
he's not there.
Yeah. So
So
okay.
I'm
The
not.
sorry, you wanted to go, James?
Yeah, it's concerning the question. I'm not quite sure the time. I think Mr. Olumide is
Okay.
aware of the time.
The time will be communicated to you once the form is there. You can fill out your information, and once the course advisor gets through to you, the time will be communicated. It's going to be a very convenient time for everyone. I can assure that. And yes, so the first step now will be the time will be communicated to you. And Cynthia, yes, you will be able to get all the information from our website. That is www.bnetlearning.com. You just go to the courses page, and you click on the data analysis using Power BI course. So yeah, and the time will be
I,
communicated to you.
I also
And
want to note for someone asked that what is it in USD for international students? I think it's not the same price for those in Nigeria. So you can check our website and get the price. You will see all the information you need there. Just go to frequently asked question FAQs, then you'll be able to see any answer to your question, hopefully. And there's also another question here. Please, what advantage does BI have over Excel? Business intelligence, business intelligence. BI means business intelligence. So I don't know if you mean Power BI. So Power BI is a business intelligence tool. You understand? So if you mean Power BI there, Power BI over Excel, Power BI where the advantage of Power BI comes is when you want to optimize your KPIs. And there's also one key advantage of Power BI over Excel, which is Power Query. Oh, sorry, which is direct query. We call it direct query or live query. What that means is that you can point your Power BI to a database, to a data set from a database. Okay, just like I don't know how I'm going to explain this. You can point your Power BI to a bunch of tables from your database. So you don't need to import your data into Power BI. It's called direct query. And what that does is once you refresh your database, you refresh your data and your Power BI, automatically the chart will be populated. Automatically, it's fully automated right from the database to your dashboard. That's the advantage of Power BI. So you don't need to import your data and start. Okay, let me show you an example of that quick. And let me show you an example of that fast. Um, okay, look at this data for example now. Now look at this dashboard. Our regional revenue dashboard. This dashboard was built using this data here. You can see it. So over time, there were new data. You can see new data, August 2021. Then we have September 2021. So if you are using Power BI to build this dashboard, I told you this was done in Excel. So if you are using Power BI for this particular dashboard, you don't need to import the data. You just connect to it and you can even set an automatic refresh. So immediately you refresh, the chart will be populated, including this new data. I don't know if you understand that. So I just want to make sure that you understand that part. So that's the advantage of Power BI um, over Excel, and that is done using Power BI service. Power BI service. So you can also share your dashboard, your reports across your across the organization, across your co-workers and your colleagues, and everybody will be able to access the dashboard. You can even push the dashboard to a mobile phone, and your stakeholders, the recruiters, your managers, they can track the KPIs, the necessary KPIs important to them on the go, right from their mobile phone. So that is called Power BI Mobile, and you can see it here. I think it's here. I think it's here. You can see it here. Don't know if it's okay. I didn't put the picture yet. So that's that. Any other question?
Okay, thank you
Will,
very
will
much.
certificate be given? Yes, certificate will be given by the end of the boot camp to show your. But to me, what's most important is the skills, the confidence you have. You can do these things. That's what is important. The certificate is just like a proof that you've undergone the right training.
Yes, so yeah, a certificate of completion will be given just after
I
completing
think
boot
that's
camp.
all.
And yes, so you can also follow us on our social media. Do that BNET Learning is BNET Learning, BNET Learning to get more information about this bootcamp or our upcoming courses. And basically, just fill out the form given to you that I've pasted in the chat box here. I hope you all have seen it, and we will get back to you. Let's quickly take the last question before we close for the day. Um,
Is the
Abiodun Zainab.
training? I think there are some questions there. Is the
Yeah,
training
Abiodun Zainab
basically
says, is the training basically on Power BI or
Power
any other
BI?
package included?
Yes, it's basically on Power BI, but other package too will be taught. For example, Excel. There's no how we are going to talk about Power BI without talking about Excel. So we are going to brush on Excel for people that don't have knowledge of Excel. So it includes Excel, it includes Power BI, it
All
includes
right.
Power BI.
Thank you very much, James. I want to say a big thank you to James and Olumide. This was a great session. Was really, really great to have you guys here. Um, Larry, you asked for the Google form. I just pasted it on the chat box, so you can click on it and access it from there. So thank you very much for this wonderful session, James, Amusu, and
You're
Olumide.
welcome.
And we are hoping that we will have you all in class. The next boot camp, that's the full class, starts on the 13th of August. That is next month, the 13th of next month. So, just come prepared because it's going to be a very, very, very wonderful and hands-on practical class. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming out here today. This is the end of the session. Um, I hope we've provided enough information for you to be able to join us in the upcoming class. And if you need any more information, kindly fill out the Google form or reach out to us at www.bnetlearning.com or on any of our social media handles at BNET Learning, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And I will be seeing you all in class.
Yeah, thank you, John. Thank you very much.